And as you can see, the owners of cabin number 90 have already gone to some fairly great lengths to be able to start the rebuild and the fixer-upper of what's going on here in the cabin. They've taken off some gyprock to sort of 1300 or 1500 high. They've cleaned the timber frame. Within it, they've had drying units, air movers, dehumidifiers, fans going in this cabin for months. They've reapplied the gyprock and they've repainted. And on the surface, this cabin looks 90–95% finished and complete and almost ready to get back in and start using again. So we're just going to take a look around and see what it is that we can find. We've just come into this wardrobe in the bedroom. It's like a linen press. It hasn't yet been resheeted, which is great because it gives us an opportunity to really have a closer look at the timber framing inside the wall cavity, which would ordinarily be inside the wall cavity. As luck would have it, this has not yet been locked up, so we can actually see what the frame looks like. And again, the owners, you know, they've thought that they've got the mold problem under control here, and then we just have a closer look and you can see there's a timber frame just across in there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's mold growing on that that's quite substantial. What we know about mold is that unless it's been treated properly in the first instance, it's very, very likely that all the cavities within this cabin have got some level of mold to that extent there. So therefore the problem moving forward is that if it's not treated and you get some humidity, you get a little bit more moisture, it's just going to bloom inside the cavities without anybody knowing, and then all of a sudden it'll start to pop up throughout it. You don't know why, what's going on, why we're getting mold up here, we thought we cleaned it. Well, the simple fact of the matter is that there's nothing available on the market other than the service that Nanitize offer to be able to genuinely get in and kill the mold dead. There's mold, evidence of mold in the wall cavities. So quite simply what we're going to do, because it's already been repainted, this cabin's already been repainted, so we're just going to gently and carefully remove some of the access points to get into the wall cavity, and then we're going to run a pipe into the cavity through this point here, and then inject the gas straight into the wall cavity, and it was filled. So we'll do one in each room, and it is fill the internal wall cavities. You can see that it looks like the curtains are drawn, but that's actually the gas inside. You can see how thick it is. It's a lot like pea soup, and that's, keep in mind that that's going into the wall cavities, and that's going in through the entire dwelling as well. So there's absolutely no area that this gas won't be attacking the mold inside all the wall cavities, behind cupboards, little fixtures inside wardrobes and doors and window sills and those sorts of bits and pieces. So this is why we go to the lengths that we go to, is because we don't want to miss a single thing, because the way that mold works is that if you leave the tiniest little bit available and you get the right environment conditions, you get enough moisture, the right humidity, the right dampness, it'll bloom again. So our intention here is to just take a sledgehammer to an ant and take it all out, and to do that we inject it with gas. So you can see how thick it is in behind me now. We've done the full treatment in here. We've done the chlorine dioxide gas, which you've seen, done the Nanitize fogging application of the antifungal product across all surfaces. There were some areas that we found with mold prior to us starting on the timber frame in the front bedroom. It was green mold. The chlorine dioxide gas turned it blonde, the Nanitize treatment, and then we wiped it and it's cleaned it off. And the owner can now get a certificate to say that Nanitize has treated the dwelling using the sort of two-part process that we follow. There's some protection on the asset. That certificate should go a fair way to giving everybody some comfort that the best possible service and the best possible treatment has been undertaken here.